You know when they say, man, that was a breeze? Well, man, that was a breeze because there's a nice breeze out here. The birds are only chirping in my head. I don't hear them anywhere else. They must just be basking in the nice, cool breeze. Just enough sunlight. Perfect weather for mowing. So perfect it has me a little verklempt. Yeah, really, this is the perfect weather right here. If it was like 75 and sunny every day, whew, I might start doing 12 and 14 yards a day. Ah, yes, the weather does play a big part in the lawn care lifestyle. On a very cold, windy day, you don't feel so good out here. On a super hot, humid day, well, you don't feel so good out here. But on a nice, breezy day like this with a little bit of sunlight poking through, everything is all good. So I'll turn around up here. Got to give myself a little bit of extra turnaround room, making sure I don't put any clippings into the landscape. Always keep the discharge aimed away from the landscape. And also down here, notice I do not turn left. Most people would, but they would spray the fence with their discharge. So again, a couple little extra steps makes a big difference. Now watch here, I pop a wheelie. Whoa, on accident. And I noticed, I looked here and I said, now that grass is too tall in that spot, so I'm gonna go ahead, whoop, get down in there and get that tall grass. And now I'm gonna turn back around, aiming away from the fence, and come back up and keep that striping pattern going. So here you go. Okay, that should do it. Now it's business as usual. I'm still going to go ahead and take the extra time and care and do my little back pedal here, plump plump, and forward we go. Keeping things away from the fence and the landscaping makes a big difference in the quality of the yard when you're done. You don't have to blow things out of there, out of the landscape, and you don't have to try and get like wet grass off a white vinyl fence. It doesn't really blow off of there. And if you try and wipe it off or hit it with the broom, you're just going to smear it and you're painting the fence. You don't want to do that. You want to make a good impression on everything and everyone around the neighborhood, because these neighbors are looking out these windows and doors and they look over and they see their yard next door and they go, man, I want mine to look like that. And they'll give you a call if you got something on your vehicle out there, if you look approachable, or if they're ever talking to their neighbor, they'll be like, hey, who you got cutting your yard? And they're like, oh, they just call him the freak, here's his number. You're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna call the freak too. So let's inspect. You always got to inspect things when you're done. Yep, the striping pattern held, even though I had to double cut that little area. And there we are, another fine job. But guess what? There's more out that back gate. Wait till you see this. I don't know about you freaks, but I don't think this was a good idea. A fence next to a fence. Now, if you're the homeowner and you don't cut your own grass, hey, I guess you're protecting your good fence with the bad fence. But if you're the lawn guy, it's a bad idea. I have to do that. Well, it's not even worth bringing a push mower out for this outside part, so I just walk on down it, taking a little swipe, come on back along the fence here. I trim low when it comes to going along a chain link fence, because you don't want stuff to grow up in there, and if you have it too high, you'll be hitting all the little rungs on the fence, and that is not fun. So there you go, 4 little walks back and forth, and it's done on the outside, but there's this whole other section, and you keep on going down, low against the fence, right? And then on the outside, I'm kind of walking forward here. That's shooting the grass back into the yard, by the way, when you go in that direction. And then I just kind of zip on down like that. That stuff will be shooting off to the left. And then kind of forward walking again and finishing it off. Uh-oh, look at that. I ran out of string on one side. Yep, I'm pissed. I ran out of string in the alley on the double fence. Well, I got one left. But when you get down to one,
Any second it can go. Any second.
A true lawn freak will either time it so that he never runs out in the alleyway, or he will have a few extra lines of string in his cargo pockets on his pants. Oh, I wonder which one of those I am. Well, I'm both of them. I try and time it, but I also keep spare string on me, just in case I have to hog tie somebody. I mean, I am in an alley. Freaky things happen in the alley. I mean, if you watch my Instagram, then you know there's a lot of alley talk going on. So back to this fence. See how it's bowed in, like someone backed into it? Well, that makes my job that much more fun, because I can't squeeze through and hold the trimmer like I properly should. I have to keep the engine behind me, which means I have to trim right up close to my feet. Or my other option is extend it out really far and just use like forearms and shoulders. So I'm choosing the other option right now, keeping the engine behind me and trimming up by my feet. I have to back up. Look at that, I get caught. Now I got it extended out because I kept backing it in and getting it caught on there. And that's the problem when you don't know what you got going on here, man. All kinds of crazy stuff happening, That's how I feel when I'm in this little cramped quarter. I don't know what's going on. I lose my mind. I just have to do what I got to do. And I'm thinking, hey, I'm making money. There's another nickel. Go over here, boom, boom, 10 cents. Ooh, I'm at a quarter. I got a quarter. All right, 30 cents. Do I hear 40? No, I don't hear 40 yet. Let's back up a little bit. Maybe we'll get ourselves 40 cents. Come on down. We haven't made it to 50 cents yet. Now here you go. I'm trimming backwards. Whoa, I'm all jammed up against the chain link fence, and it's catching and wanting to like pull me into it and stuff. So there you go. I made my 50 cents. It's all good.
All right, down at this corner, sometimes the neighbor's dogs come out and go rawr, 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 and attack you. Now dig this. You go, what's all these things on the ground here? That's where the dogs have tore every one of those slats out of the fence so they could have a spot to bark at people and attack. I'm telling you, they are attack dogs. Got my handy dandy trimmer. We're gonna walk on through here. Got my trimmer in the alley. My trimmer's on one side of the fence. I'm on the other. Can we make it? We made it. Oh yeah. Another fine job. Another PETA yard. Alright freaks, I cut the front with the 48. Came along here and I'm gonna take it into the backyard. Now, here's the deal. The 36 fits right through here. Not a problem. I could cut the backyard with the 36. But like I said, I want the 48 in here. And it will not fit through there, believe it or not. This one is wider, but the car is parked here. And I'm not gonna go knock on the door and ask them to back it up anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for it. So will it fit? I'm pretty sure it will. But just in case it doesn't, I'll have it on film.
So we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna be very careful. I do not want to bump either of those support beams. One, they'll knock me and twist me into the other one and into the car. Two, they might actually fall down and knock the carport on top of the car and me. That would be bad. But hey, I made it. Now it's time to head onto the backyard. But wait, gotta squeeze right through here. Didn't even move the chair over. I figured if I bumped it with the mower, it would just slide a little bit. And everything is cool. We're in the backyard with the 48. I'm gonna cruise on down here. And I'm not gonna go ahead and turn around like I have been. I'm gonna go ahead and just close the chute blocker, turn around to the left, and then open the chute blocker and let it fly. Oh, I'm not scared. Never be scared. You can do things. You just haven't done them yet. You have to learn. You have to have practice. You get better every time. You get more comfortable with everything you do every time you do something. So never hold yourself back in life with self-doubt or being unsure that you can do something. All this stuff, all this yard work, it becomes second nature, and that is the truth. Like right here, I just turn left. I'm used to actually doing that because I didn't have a chute blocker for decades, and now I got the best of both worlds. I know how to do it one way and the other way, and I don't even pay attention to things with fine detail. Like I'm doing fine detailed work, but I'm not mentally having to be super aware of it because it's second nature the way I take care of lawns. I can get done with this lawn too. I talked about this before. I can get done with this lawn and be down the street on the other one and go, wait, I don't remember anything about the previous yard. Did I really go back there in that corner behind that shed and trim it and all that? If I walk back up the street, I'd be like, yeah, I did. I don't even remember doing that. And I did a great job too. I even edged that little spot back there behind there. It just happens. Like loading the trailer and everything. I got a good system going now. It's all second nature. Like the 36, when I take it out, I put it right up there in the corner. This one I pull in cattywampus, twist that around with my foot. It's all the same thing, and it's really easy, you guys. This is something you can do. Don't think for a minute that I'm some sort of special freak out here doing this. This is something that everybody that really gets into it can pull off. Don't be scared.
Back at the yard that is for sale, and that they tore up the whole sidewalk in the neighborhood. I actually knocked this over. They're supposed to be standing up like those and those, but it was in my way, so I pushed it and it fell over. I'll straighten it out in a minute, you know what I mean? I'm not in a rush. Yeah, this is the house that Warren Buffett is selling. Now this time, because this is all sand they put down here. Whoa, see, it sink right in it? It's all sand. I didn't want to go fill in any holes with it because there was a big pile of it in the street. The street's still covered. But now they got dirt, but they put it all over the boulevard here. And you can tell that this is going to be raised up higher right here because of it. So I went ahead and got my handy dandy shovel, right? Anyway, I can't do it one-handed. Stick it back in the ground. But I'll grab these chunks. Oh, there's a good chunk. Yeah. And just to make my life easier, look. Tread. Somebody drove through here and messed up my yard. So this yard is all jacked up now. But it's getting better because I put a few shovels full in here for no other reason other than to make my life easier. Because when I come along here with the walk behind, the caster wheel will go in there, and then the rear wheel wants to go in there, so I have to swerve around it, so I actually have to trim it first. So not anymore. It's all in them. No charge. Why would I charge? No charge. And I did another one right here. This one is the one that I always forget about, and the caster wheel would go way down. That was deep. That's like 5 scoops of 5 shovels full of crud. I had to break in here and do some narration because in my pocket I had my MP3 player with my little earbuds, and the camera picked up just enough that YouTube blocks this footage when I upload it, so you don't get to hear me talking because there's a little bit of music in there, and it's a no-go on YouTube. So here I am. Yeah, I'm out here playing with this. I didn't want to do something with the sand, that wouldn't be any fun. But the dirt, oh yeah, I could use that. Everybody can use a little dirt. Especially in their yard. Get rid of them holes. Also, get rid of them moles. Here's your update on that ugly Mow N Go next to my good yard. It seems that they have now become a Blow N Go with a little bit of trimming thrown in for good measure. It's still a really ugly lawn. I'd be ashamed to call that the finished product.
I never would do that. But yes, they're not blowing the debris all over this driveway over here anymore and leaving it for me to clean up. So that's a good thing. Now this yard I haven't cut yet today. I'm about to do it and it's going to be slicked off when I'm done with a nice crisp edge going along here. And see that sidewalk ahead? That's the one that I randomly edged that day. You can see the darkness in the middle and where it was overgrown about 1 foot to 1.5 feet in most places all the way along there. I randomly edged it while they weren't home, and they didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything to them. But over the course of time, it's starting to creep back because they can't keep up with it. They haven't even really tried. I did go down it 2 more times for them, but now they're on their own. We'll see what happens.
Nice lawn. Ugly lawn. It's been that way all season long, and that's okay. If there's a bright side to it, is that it makes my lawn look so much better, and I do not have to worry about any property line freaks coming out and beating me up. I could even blow a couple of leaves up into their side and everything's okay. It's okay. I mean, I guess it's okay. Somebody has to still cut it. Whew, I feel sorry for that lawnmower.